Imagine an army that didn't fight with bullets, but with paint, sound effects, inflatable tanks, and Hollywood flair. That's the story of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, aka the Ghost Army. This top-secret US military unit was made up of 1,100 men, but they were meant to look and sound like 30,000. Their mission? To trick the Nazis into believing Allied forces were somewhere they weren't, creating false troop movements to confuse, mislead, and misdirect. But here's where it gets wild. The unit was filled not with hardened soldiers, but with artists, actors, set designers, sound engineers, and fashion illustrators. Literally, some of the people who would later become famous in post-war America, like fashion designer Bill Blass and photographer Art Kane. They used life-size inflatable rubber tanks, planes, and trucks, which could be carried and inflated by a couple of men. From a distance, or from a reconnaissance plane, it looked like a full division was preparing for battle. They recorded real sounds of troops, vehicles, and construction, then played them from giant speakers mounted on jeeps, blasting sounds over 15 miles. If they wanted to trick the Germans into thinking tanks were on the move, they'd play recordings of tank convoys, adjusting the volume as if they were coming closer or going away. They had expert radio operators who would mimic the chatter and code of real divisions. They even simulated the habits of specific commanders' speech patterns and communication styles, so German intelligence would believe the fake transmissions. They built fake camps with fake laundry lines, fake mess halls, even left behind cigarette butts and tire tracks. Soldiers were trained to impersonate officers, to hang around in bars or markets where enemy spies might overhear them casually talk about upcoming movements. Before the real US Ninth Army crossed the Rhine River into Germany, the Ghost Army staged a massive fake crossing 10 miles south of the actual one. Using all their tools, blow-up tanks, fake radio, booming audio, and staged camps, they convinced the Germans to reposition thousands of troops to the wrong location. That meant less resistance for the real soldiers, saving countless lives. The entire existence of the Ghost Army remained classified until 1996, over 50 years later. Many of the veterans never even told their families what they did in the war. In 2022, the Ghost Army was finally awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Their story proves that creativity and deception were just as powerful as firepower in World War II. And perhaps most incredibly, despite being in dangerous zones, only 3 members of the Ghost Army died during the war.